Hi, I'm Caroline. These are my pills.
Well, Caroline is our little sunshine.
She's a very nice little girl.
She's a kidder. She likes to kid and tease.
She's really fun to be with.
She's my little stinker. Makes us all laugh.
Caroline is very athletic.
Has a little bit of the sassiness.
But she also has a very loving side to her.
She's very smart.
She's a wonderful personality, and is, I think, going to grow up to be a very loving and caring person. In January of '05, Caroline had come down with a fever. She was just a little, like around 3 months old. The doctor decided to do a blood test. The conclusion of those tests was that Caroline had a very rare condition. I think at the time they told us there were only about 300 cases in the United States, and she was what's called chronic neutropenic, and that she just did not produce the neutrophils, or the white cells, that protects you against bacterial infections.
My mom and dad would put me on the counter, and then you would get the alcohol and put it on, and then my dad would take it in the shot, and it actually feel really, you would get used to it for like a few months, so I'm really used to it already.
So we can get you dressed.
Church.
No, not church.
Soccer.
No, not soccer. Come on.
School.
No, not school.
Doctor.
Yes. Go see the doctor. The doctor said, well, we've got really two options right now. One of the options is a drug called Neupogen, and she said if we'll give her this drug via a shot, if it works, it will force her immature neutrophils in her bone marrow to become mature and force the bone marrow to produce the neutrophils that she needs for protection. And so every night since Caroline was 3 months old, we had been giving her a shot of Neupogen.
Oh, you can't brush your teeth.
I said so.
Well, Daddy was wrong. You weren't supposed to brush your teeth today. Okay, here. You have anything in there? Okay, no water in your mouth. You can't have anything today, okay?
Why?
Toodles.
I'm hungry.
You are already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can't eat or drink anything for a little while. But we'll get you. What do you want to have for lunch?
I can't eat.
My little 5-year-old baby.
Once she got to about 5 years old, they also noticed that her white cells were deforming a little bit. Well, they recommended at that time that we go ahead and start planning a bone marrow transplant for Caroline.
Getting ready for their long walk. Winter night. Nap.
Oh, goodness.
Dad, I'm hungry. I didn't eat.
You didn't? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know how. What do I do?
Look, tell me.
Oh, what are you trying to do this?
No, I said it is look.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. I mean, from Michelle.
It's a little early for Granny.
Who's your character, Caroline?
Princess.
Princess who?
Probably wait here and then we can come back down. Alright. When she was a little bit younger, maybe 4 years old, she heard us say anesthesia. She goes, Anastasia? We were like, yeah, Anastasia. So then she would go in with no extra, they kind of have a funny gas that they'll give them. But she would go without that because she was going to see Anastasia. And within a few minutes she was out because she didn't stress out about it or anything. So it was a fun thing that she would do.
Tell Michelle what flavor of anesthesia you're going to have.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
And the next one is gonna be cherry, and the next one's gonna be strawberry.
Oh, good.
And the next one's gonna be grape. What's this for?
It turns the light off in here.
Yeah, I want to.
I think it does.
Me too.
See.
There were 2 times that she went in for a bone marrow aspiration when they didn't give her an IV before she went in. And so when she went in and went to sleep with the anesthesia, they gave her the IV, and when she came out, she was not very happy that she had this. In fact, she would sit there and she wouldn't look at you. She would just sit there, just looking straight ahead, and you're like, Caroline, what's wrong? And she just pointed to her hand because while she was asleep, they put an IV in her hand.
I'm not sure.
She'll be right back.
Mom, you remember that one?
Uh-huh.
And then Grandma made that one. And the other one? That was
Wow.
And then later, as she got a little bit older, the anesthesia was more of a loopy. She was funny.
Well, how you feeling?
Where's Tigger? We went to the doctor's, Dada, to go see the doctor that saw me.
What was the scariest thing you did this morning?
Nothing.
Nothing? You weren't scared of anything?
We took her to Disney the summer before we went into the hospital, and so we had some time to plan it.
How was Disney World?
Well, my favorite roller coaster was the rock and roll one.
The rock and roll roller coaster. What'd you do?
It would like make you go really fast, then you have to stop. Then it makes a loud noise, and then it goes super fast. Go upside down, but it feels like you're going like that in the dark.
And then I think it was June last year, June 26th was when she actually had the bone marrow transplant. We went in on June 14th.
I have ladybugs right here. They're all hiding on the top.
How was your day, Caroline?
Good.
Did you go to the doctor? How was your visit? It was good? What'd you do?
Well, they gave you a test, that tomorrow they're gonna put this little mat thing right here.
Uh-huh.
So for poking, they'll put this thing right here.
The central line is like an IV that goes to a main artery, so that she didn't have to get poked in her arms all the time. She would get the one central line, but then it had 3 ports so that she could get multiple medications at one time. This port is where they gave her the chemo, and so that's where the treatments were done for that, as well as her bone marrow transplant was done through the central line.
And they'll draw some blood for me.
I see.
And they're gonna hook me up to something to get the blood. And then the next day, I don't know what's gonna happen because